Hi, this is April and I'm with Anchored by Peace. I wanted to do this video to ask the following questions. Number one, are you single or are you in a relationship out of fear, or is it out of peace, having peace? So let me kind of give you more of an example of what I mean. So there's people that I talk to, and I know people that say, I'm happy being single. I don't have to give an account of my money. My money is my money. I don't have to say where I've been. I do what I want to do. And they are completely at peace being single. And then there are people that are at peace being in a relationship. They don't like to be alone. They prefer being in the company, having a companion, doing something uh, with a partner, right? It's something that they join, they get peace out of that. And on the other side, there are those that are not in a relationship out of fear. So, in other words, they fear dating because of all the nightmares that they hear. And let's face it, on social media, there's plenty of examples of how relationships go wrong, right? But we also have to be honest in that it doesn't really happen to a lot of people. But because it's on social media, there may be an assumption that it's the norm. And the reality is it isn't. So, in other words, there's things you can do to take precaution to protect yourself, right? So, for instance, driving a car, there's fear that you can be in a car accident, but what you can do is wear your seatbelt, take your time, look both ways. There's things that you can do to empower yourself to be okay. And the same thing is also true in dating. There are things that you can do to empower yourself to be okay. So, for instance, one would be, especially if you're dating online, to not meet someone at their home, or to meet someone the preference would be to meet someone in a public place. The preference would be to not give your phone number until you feel comfortable chatting and knowing that the conversation is going at a pace where you feel comfortable. So those are examples. And then there are also people that are in relationships out of fear of being alone. And that is not okay, right? So, in other words, people are afraid of having to take bills on by themselves, having to raise kids by themselves. Um, fear, fear of what family will say, of what friends will say, because you are no longer in a relationship. So, I'm just sending this to just encourage you to find ways to have peace in order for you to be okay. At the end of the day, no one else is in your house except for you. No one else is within your heart. It's your heart. Protect yourself, protect your heart in order to avoid this fear that can truly drive a lot of people. And in my line of work, there are so many ways in which fear comes in the room that prevents a person from being their best self. But let me know, are there ways in which fear hinders you in any aspect? Share your thoughts, okay? Be anchored by peace.